What's up guys, Nate Plays again here with another Farming Simulator 19 tutorial. I'm going to kind of do this one as I'm picking soybeans. I'm doing soybeans right now because it's the high price, but I mean you don't get a lot of yield per acre as far as bushels is concerned, but with like wheat you get a lot more, and corn you get a lot more. But anyhow, I'm going to kind of go over like the best way to start in this game, like some of the best equipment to buy if you're going to do row crop farming and stuff like that. I mean, of course there's forestry and you got animals and stuff like that, but this is for a row crop. Some of the things you want to look at, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of this and leave the worker working. New Holland. Let's go over here and I'm going to show you. Now there's some different ways you can go about this, but I'm going to kind of go over the basics to begin with. One of the first things you need to do is you don't start out with a sprayer for fertilizer, and you do not start out with a weeder to keep the weeds out, and you do not start out with a solid fertilizer spreader. I got solid fertilizer in this right now. If you can climb up on it, yeah, solid fertilizer in there. You don't start out with none of that. Now, I will say this. To start out with, you do not need this, but you're going to get it eventually. I would say to get high yields, you want to start out with getting a seeder. See, this one, you have to plow the fields before you can plant them. This one you do not, but it does not carry the fertilizer with it. This one, it does the solid fertilizer and the seeding, and you do not have to plow the field before you plant. So I would say this needs to be priority. That way you can run fertilizer with your seeds. The second thing I would say that's going to be priority is going to be the weeder. I would get a weeder. I went with the cheapest one they had, which is, let me see if I can find the weeders. I think they're on over. No, they're not. Cultivators. It's hard to see. Right. Come on. Right here, weeders. I went with the cheapest one. No, I actually didn't go with the cheapest one. I went with this one right here. $35,000 ones. I mean, if you're on a budget, definitely go with that one. But you're going to need one to begin with. And that's to keep the weeds out of your plants. Now, if you let your weeds get too big, like this height right here, you're going to have to spray it with herbicide. So you're going to need to invest in one of these if you do not keep track or control of your weeds. And you're going to need that. Now, you're going to need this primarily for herbicide and for the liquid fertilizer. So really, your solid fertilizer is going to come from your seeder, which I have yet to buy. That's my next objective right now, is to get that. But you want to get that to begin with. That's going to give you your 50% fertilization. And then you have this in case the weeds come up, and you can hit the weeds while they're low and get rid of them. And if you see right here, I got 100% fertilization in the bottom right hand corner there. I got a sprayer, and that's what you're going to need to get your very high yields. I would say this is going to be a big priority too. Okay, you just finished up over there. This is going to be your next biggest priority, but I would say main priority, you're going to need this seeder right here. I'm about to get it next to eliminate having to plow and spraying the solid fertilizer. Now, you're going to need this eventually for your lime, which is right here. You got your lime right here, which eventually you have to spread on your fields. Let me pull up the map. You see plow, harvest. Right here, your weeds, fertilization, needs plowing, and needs lime. It's going to be like a baby blue or turquoise color. Now, I've had to spread lime this past, on these crops right here, I spreaded lime. Now, it's not very often. I mean, I would say the frequency of it's probably every 4 times you plant the field, I would say. I honestly can't remember to tell exactly how long it was, but it does eventually come up. So you got a little bit before you have to hit that point. So that's why I say buy the seeder first, then buy the sprayer. Well, no, buy the seeder first, then buy the weeder to get rid of the weeds. But like I said, if those weeds get too big, you're going to have this if you don't want to lose a bunch of your crop yield. And spray, right here is the herbicide on the crops. And eventually work your way to this to where you can get your 100% crop yield out of it. Or you could always just do the hard way like I did and spread your solid fertilizer with that and your lime with it as needed. So there's different ways you can go about it, but I mean, first starting out, I would definitely invest in the seeder to begin with to do your solid fertilizer and your plowing and everything in one go. And then eventually get the weeder and this. So yeah, that's kind of like how I would say the easiest way to begin is. And pretty much you're going to have high crop value. I mean high crop, how would you say it? High bushels an acre out of your crops. I'm going to go ahead and get him started over here. It's kind of getting dark. One thing I do have to complain about this game is the I would say, let me make sure I'm on a straight line. Yeah, we're on a straight line. Is like right now, I'm getting like a solid 50, 60 frames a second out of this game. I'm on maxed out settings, by the way. I'm getting a solid 50, 60 frames a second out of this game, and for some reason it will start lagging like really bad. And I'm still getting a solid 50, 60 frames a second. I don't understand. I get like lag spikes where it starts jumping around. I don't understand what that is, but that's just kind of a bad thing that I've experienced. And also the AI is kind of dumb. I don't know why they've started turning around like this in this farming simulator. The last farming simulator, it seemed a little bit more smooth, but in this one it's just a little wonky, I would say. I mean, look, he backs up. Instead of just turning like a half circle, backing up and turning back and then coming in, he's driving through the crops. I mean, there's nothing in his way. I mean, there's a slight hill there, but he should be able to handle that. But anyhow, yeah, just follow those tips to start out with, and I think you would be on the right path, you know, for healthy crops and good production out of your farm, and to get, you know, the big bucks so that you can get places. But anyhow, thanks for watching the video. You know, if you have any other suggestions, feel free to share them with me in the comments section. And like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to try to do some more of these videos and show off some different aspects of the game. But alright, see you guys in the next one. Alright, here it is, guys. I'm plowing with this. Of course, you know, the AI, it messes up sometimes. I'll come back and fix that. But see, he's planting with that. He's plowing and planting and putting out fertilizer. And as you see, I'm 50% fertilization. So once the plants hit their second or third stage of plant growth, I will hit them with the sprayer and get 100% fertilization. So yeah, that's what that thing's good for. It skips the plowing process, skips the fertilization process, and does it all in one go. So yeah, it's worth the investment. And yeah, it's just going to show you guys this.